It's certainly wise for companies to embrace the challenge of technology evolution. The big challenge is that the evolution is exponential in nature. So this is the slowest it's ever going to be again, so to speak. So organizations have to either decide whether they're going to be a fast follower and let their competitors innovate, experiment, fail, etc., or whether they're going to take the lead. That's the difficult decision.
Again, it's looking at how to actually implement that change in a business. And again, looking at the insurance industry, if you look at the incumbent insurers, they're all attempting it in a different way. And my personal view is one great way of doing that is setting up a separate business that's not within the confines of the kind of big machine that is the day-to-day cash cow. Again, similar to what Bibby have done. So we did try to, this particular project that we're working on, we did try to do it from involving more of the internal people, but A, it was going to slow us down, and B, it was going to cost too much money. So we completely stripped it out of the main organisation. And as I say, we are operating as a pure startup that just happens to be financially backed by Bibby. That is a great way that we've found of innovating really quickly on a budget and driving through a different cultural change that is needed to deliver that very quickly and successfully. That's what's worked for us anyway, and I've seen it work in other businesses as well. So it's not the only way, it's just one way I think that organisations can achieve.
Companies need to know more, but need to be educated more, and people need to be given the time, and people need to know what is about and what is available, rather than just see booklets or just be told of rather than just be told what is available. They need to be shown what is available. And I think the way that some people will ignore the fact that it's an education thing is the thing that will stop it from progressing.
There's no easy answer. You try many things, do fast, fail. So don't spend time on things which are not going to work. You invest more in the things that do work, and iterate quickly, because if you iterate quickly, you can move at the speed of innovation, at the speed of the industry innovation.
I think it was mentioned today as well that Google, Facebook, and Uber combined spent $5.4 billion on AI and machine learning, and that as a normal company, it's pretty much impossible to compete with that. I do think what those companies are doing is actually commoditizing a lot of these new technologies. So rather than trying to fight that, I think you need to embrace the cloud's capabilities that are being built by those big tech platforms. And you have to be a bit cautious about what you commit to, but it is out there, and making sure that you realize that you are a company operating in your particular vertical rather than being a pure play technology company, and therefore purchasing what you can, purchase commodity, and building the innovation and using the cognitive intelligence of your workforce to add value on top of what you can buy, I think is a great way to move forward quickly.
I think it's a very good question. It concerns me as well. So how can we embrace this challenge? I think every challenge comes with an opportunity, and the opportunity is like here, the opportunity is how can I learn more, or what is relevant to my company? Is it AI or machine learning or blockchain? How can I actually, there is a bigger opportunity if I was to adopt that technology, and there is a bigger market if I was to adopt that technology. So I think the key there is being open to learning and keeping an eye, and it's top to bottom. It's not, this idea might not come from me as the leader of the business, but it may come from maybe the intern, because he or she is coming from a different background, and he has or she has different skill sets, and I may actually learn something from that skill set and apply it to my business. So it's a combination of being keeping ahead of your learning curve all the time, because that's the time that we can't avoid information. Information is our key asset. And secondly is, again, making sure that you listen to everybody's opinion in your organization. I think those are the only key ways, especially in what I think, that you could be ahead of that challenge. But then also you need to know what's going on around the world in terms of socioeconomically or politically or in that market dynamics. So there are different elements, and then you need to be combining all of those elements as in your own mind and making a decision later on.
I think they need to take ego out of the mix. I think as you kind of just have to embrace the technology advantages sometimes. There's been so many examples where a company just popped out of nowhere and left everybody into kind of dust. So you have to kind of be aware of what everybody else is doing in the same kind of marketplace that you're situated in. And make sure that you're still kind of appealing to those same customers in that sense, but also kind of appealing to your core customers and what your values are. So you kind of have to kind of go with the flow, I'd say, and just kind of embrace any changes, but also kind of stick to your core values.